So, firstly, thank you very much for giving me opportunity to talk with you and accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
It's my pleasure. I mean, it's really nice to see you actually over here.
So, I've gone through your profile and I came to know that you are into IT, you are into communication department, and you are about to complete your graduation.
Mhm. Yes, my major is ICT. Basically, it's just super new major in IT. I even ask so many people ask me what major is. So even IT people, because you cannot find so many university has that kind of major. ICT basically means information communication technology, which expanded of IT major. So as you know, technology is just getting grow every day. So it is just we are in technology era. So that's why majors they created new majors in IT, which one of them is ICT, information communication technology. And probably you know that I have three minors as well: digital marketing, web technology, and enterprise, which all of them connected to IT and ICT as well.
So, before talking more about it, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Sure. My name is Maryam. I'm originally from Iran, but we moved with my husband 11 years ago in Canada, and after that, United States. So right now, I'm living in Columbus in the United States. Do I need more?
So, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have seen that it's a new branch, right? It's a new stream. I never heard that about that stream. Here we have like electronic ECE separate BTech, Bachelor of
Mhm,
Technology, and CSE, Computer Science and Engineering. You're a
mhm.
mixture of both. That looks pretty interesting. So can you tell more about it? And you are already into the final year now. So can you tell the overview, the overview of
Yeah, I
your
can.
graduation subjects?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I just prepared some also PowerPoint. I just grab it from somewhere. I'm not sure I can share my desktop with you to find. Hold on for a second. I might can do it. Not sure about it. I am not so familiar with this one at least. So the things is that information, as I said, information communication technology is super new major. Is basically talking about information technology, also media technology, and also communication technology. Between all of three things that I said, middle of it is ICT. So basically what we are doing, I mean, I'm in senior in ICT right now. I will graduate this fall and I have plan for apply for get admission for masters, which is I can apply for so many majors in masters since I had ICT as my major. So information communication technology, as I said, is expanded of kind of IT, and also refers to communication, which is obviously comes from the names of it. And what we learn beside of that, how we manage people, how we do leadership in IT department, how social network works. For example, if you're gonna improve your YouTube, so we are the one jumping in help to YouTuber or whoever try to make a business on YouTube or Instagram or even Facebook, since Facebook right now is one of the biggest actually marketing in the world with, I believe, billion of the people watch just have a account of the Facebook and using messenger of the Facebook and those kind of things. So we are the one who give the advice or basically counsel people to how to improve their page or how get more traffic on their website for better visibility or to get more traffic on their website. And also the another things that we can find job or we can do, it's just network. It's viruses network, or basically can go work in a different kind of the big department who have a like working on local for example, local internet, or if making those kind of things, of WAN internet, or those kind of things, which is, it is so wide, to be honest. And the three component of ICT, basically, but it's just data processing and storage of information and communication, which they train us to do those. For example, I just got the like 2 Microsoft certificate in how to storage data, or how should I deal with data, how should I make application, or those kind of things, which is really cool. Most of the companies, even bank, they just hire people who has that kind of experience and knowledge. The another things that ICT basically give us is just how we develop the app, or system of analysis or analytic of the website, or how, as I said, how we should do leadership, or how we should do the web developer in both of the design or backing, or whatever is just connected to the web developer, and also computer networking, which I already mentioned about that for. So it is kind of so big area, and you can get so many courses in this area to improve yourself and find your path to find a job in IT. That's the thing. As I said already, people ask me, okay, what you gonna do now? So we can do lots of things. I can be, because I have so many courses in management, leadership, and also project management as well. So, and also I got some courses, or I should say, because it's my minor also is the digital marketing, just got some courses in digital marketing. Basically, it's just they teach us how we should do CEO on website, offsite and onsite, which is social media. It's going to be offside of the things, and on-sided it's gonna be okay, how they have a lack of the things, they have enough tags to or they have an alt, or they don't have, or how they can improve their website to get more visitors, and and we can also compare basically with their competitors to find out, okay, why that website is better than this website, get more traffic, but why their competitors, which they started blogging, or they have a like website, so at the same time, why they can get more traffic, their visitors, and they get more innovation and get like more convention rather than the other website. So that's the things basically. I don't know, I think that I hopefully I don't confuse you, but that's the thing we learn as an ICT student. And also the cool things about ICT basically is that we have to find the client, real client with a real company, and work with them. This is requested for our major, actually, to work with them, how we can improve ourselves over it, which is kind of teach us how we should do freelancer. So that's a thing we have to go through, and I guess it's really cool though. I love it what I'm doing. I don't know, do I explain it well or not for you, or I should do more to get the point?
So everything that you said, everything that you mentioned on your LinkedIn profile, I know everything that you are doing. I'm into everything, digital marketing, everything. Whatever you said that you are doing in your course, uh, that are included in your stream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that. I did that. I already done that, and I
I
understand. I
bet
totally connect with what you said. Yeah, and I really felt I'm meeting the person who is doing exactly what I'm doing.
Awesome. That's good though. Yeah, I saw actually your profile. It's interesting though. You're just creating content, which is really important subject right now. It's so hot these days, because as you know, probably Google changed algorithm. So before that, the finding backlink, it was super important, for website and for everything. It wasn't like, okay, if you just, okay, push yourself, make a profile or put them in internet, so people are gonna see it, but it's not case anymore. So you have to work on content. They just created so many tools that they can grab what you're doing on your website, and according to your website, it's going to show on the first page or after the advertisement, I mean website, on the first page, which is, it wasn't in the case. So many created like a scam website or a scam blog, to grab more traffic, because it was used to be like that, Google just saw, okay, who has more backlinks, so they just grab that backlinks to their website. They use it as a high ranking website because they say, okay, it's just so many backlinks, has this website, but doesn't work anymore because they change algorithm. And right now you have to make content, good content. That's the thing you're doing also, because I saw your profile. So that's interesting that you are creative, like what's that, content, which is really important and really hot subject these days. That's the thing right now. Google just go through and with the algorithms of whatever they have to check what content you have, and also the website or whatever, just link on your website, what content have that also website, to show your website or show your videos, even whatever you are working on it. So it's really cool though. The digital marketing, ICT, or even IT is just not some object that you can just say, okay, I got the degree, so I'm gonna sit back and earn the money. No, it's not gonna be like that, because every day they just bring new things, they just create new stuff. So you have to update yourself, you have to read it, you have to go through to find out, okay, what you need to do for next step to improve yourself, but put yourself in out there to get more attention actually.
So when did this stream started? Your education is going to end in 2022. So when it started, when this branch came, because I did graduation in computer science and engineering, BTech, 4 years, and 2 years of masters in
Yeah.
software engineering. And
Awesome.
other than that, the content that you saw, I have my own websites. I built my websites on WordPress, using WordPress. I know Google Analytics, I know Google Console, and I know Android development, Android Studio, and Java, and
No, that's
everything that you mentioned: HTML, CSS,
yeah.
MySQL, SEO. I'm doing every day. So data analytics, Excel, all these are I was wondered when I saw you, when I saw your stream. It is included IT and communication. So
Mhm.
communication was not there in my, it was there, but not
That's a
like
new one.
how
That's
you are
why
studying now.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's super new things, to be honest. I was so lucky to find this
yeah,
university. I should
yeah.
just say, I don't know, I didn't mention that I have two bachelor. My first bachelor is environmental engineer. I worked like 2 years in that field, which is in recycling area. I worked for City Hall for almost 2 and something half years, and we moved to Canada. I started learning English, which I didn't know at that time how should I speak even. So after a while, we moved to United States. So I had this advantage, find a university which they have a like really wide of the different kind of the major in IT. So I didn't started even with IT first. So it's so crazy. I started with administration business. So I just went with administration business for one semester, I guess. and they requested some courses in IT, which at first I thought, okay, I'm gonna just change it to accounting, which you can find, I mean, really easily wherever you go. It's just, okay, some people need to just do math for them, calculate what they have. But after I got the course in IT, which I believe the first course I got, it's just went through to how we use internet, basically how we can make a presentation, how we can work with PowerPoint, because right now you have to put yourself out, you have to present yourself live. That's the thing you are doing, you have to just show other people what's your ability. It's not important how much you know. The most important part is how you present yourself. Even you know a little, but you can present a lot. That's cool. This is a job, That's the thing people do right now. But this is like my major, this ICT, which they put communication between IT major. It basically is that they teach you how to communicate with others in IT. For example, how to make a presentation, how to work with different kind of software. So how to work with, I don't know, have you ever heard about customers CRM, customer relationships? So that's really cool. Right now, so many people use that software. So many people use Salesforce, which they train us at school how we work with that kind of tools. Because right now cloud is, it's the things people just sharing in company basically try, especially right now, also security as well, it's an important subject. They just trying to engage to each other without go to another country, without go to another city. We are just working, making presentation at the same time, who's like live in India. I'm in United States and you are in India. So basically, when I'm gonna work on presentation, I should know how should I do it at the same time with you. So we are just exchanging as a like open sources, open sources for web developer is really important right now, because they can share coding, and their code, they can edit their code, they can, communicate over this communication. How they make this communication happen with ICT group. Basically, ICT design the software that you can communicate with others. And for example, SharePoint, this is a really cool site to just work on the website at the same time with other people. You can update it, who make that kind of tools. ICT group made that one tools. They just go through to plan a strategy and how to manage things, how they just, I don't know, change things and turn it in better, and because, as I said, communication is matter and time is matter, you every single second of your time, they changing things, they creating things, they are making new stuff, so it is important to just catch these and just create something before some other people create it, because if you're first, your content will be just seen by others, but if you're second or third, not anymore. So even though you will get the audience, but not as much as the first one, because basically you're kind of copying other people's works rather than doing the original of your work. Every time they say original work is the best things, original things is the best content. Just put yourself and try as much as you can until you find the way to find a way to create your original content or your original things. That's a thing ICT basically doing, in this world. So I don't know, I explained well or not.
Yeah, but I was futuristic before 4 years. In the 2015, when I completed my graduation in computer science and engineering, I jumped on content writing, technical content writing. So
Mhm.
I built my blogs because we'll have, obviously when we do computer science and engineering, we'll have how to build websites, how to maintain websites, how to buy domains, and how to maintain servers, how much price it is. So we all have that information. Then I started it. Then I started writing content on my technical and non. There are two channels of mine. I mean, two websites. One is technical and one is non-technical. One is for motivation, for general people who can. Everybody from every field can click and see, can connect with that website. One is completely technology, IT, information technology. So I was writing at least two blog posts daily. So by giving the keywords, putting everything that is needed, a description, meta, everything. So I,
You are doing CEO, am I right?
yeah, SEO,
Okay, ICO, not
yeah,
CEO. Okay, okay. That's
yeah.
cool
So
though.
I have that experience from like 6 to 7 years of experience. So my website went very longer. I got the approval of Google AdSense, and ads was displaying on my site. Google, only if your content is unique, Google places ads on it. You will get approval. Then like that, if you type my name in internet, you will get. For example, my name is Sai Chiran Paloju. If you
Mhm.
put my name on the internet, you will see a lot of links. A lot of links. My
That's cool.
website,
That's a good
YouTube,
thing.
my YouTube channel, my podcast, and I want to be everywhere. Like what you're doing is, I'm doing it practically. Uh,
Mhm.
but now after listening to you, you are doing the projects, and that is in the college time. But I didn't do that when I was studying. But you are doing in the study time. That's amazing because it is very important for everybody to know what is happening in the internet, rather than just studying theoretically. You have to do and come, take a project, work on Google Analytics, or work on SEO, or work on, like you said in the beginning,
Mhm.
the SEO was different. The algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. I'm into this SEO from long time. I'm observing this. Blogging. I was a blogger. I was seeing. I used to. I wrote more than like 5,000 blog posts. I'm a
Wow,
very
that's
good writer.
cool. I should definitely check those.
Yeah. So I know how much time it takes to reach, and how to do it. Only you have to write completely unique content. There should not be. And I used to use some tools. I bought some tools. I bought some softwares where I can scan and check whether my content is unique or not. It matches with the some tools. I mean some all the internet blog posts, and says how much unique your content is. So that's how I wrote, and it went very long. And then I thought, internet is like, there are three ways of expressing. One is video, one is audio, and the last one is text. Blogging, vlogging, and texting. So I mean, blogging, and audio is podcast. So three times there are, internet means three times. So I wanted to be in all the mediums so that I can connect with all the audience in the internet. So not everybody watches videos, not everybody listens
Mm.
to podcasts, not
Yes.
everybody into blogs. So I was confused, blogging or YouTube. YouTube was not that big before 2016.
Mm.
So after 2016, it was completely changed. Now the YouTube went very far. It is playing big role. The algorithm has changed a lot of times. I didn't understood. Sometimes some other content was coming at the top. Sometimes some other, like some there was I know some people who was putting video content uh, for 3 years, 2 to 3 years. They got million subscribers, or five lakh subscribers after 2 years.
Mhm.
I didn't got even a single subscriber because my content was not so universal. So it,
Mhm.
I don't know. I was not able to understand. So then the niche what you selected, the topic that you selected. So there are a lot of things, like you already studying. I don't need to tell you. So tell me the about the projects that you are doing.
Okay.
Projects.
So yeah, I had this for this semester. I have like 3 courses. Basically, I don't have a project to work. But last semester, I did CEO for digital marketing company in Canada. It was just remote work, which I collaborate with them to work with one of their clients to how to improve their website, because as you know, pandemics has just changed their life. So even so many companies, small companies or local shopper, they didn't have a website. So that's why right now web developer job is just getting big and bigger, because the one even didn't have a website, they thinking that okay, it's the time to put ourselves out of internet, out of world, so even our local people in our area can see it. This is really important. So that's why I did. So they just created the website. What I did, I went through to see how can I improve the website to get them more audience, more traffic, and how they can improve their website. When I went, the first things I noticed is just mobile friendly. So they weren't mobile friendly. So this is really important right now. In this mobile is just everything. Cell phone is everything. It's just so many people use this or netbook rather than desktop. It's so easy to carry on. So it's important for you and for your company know that you should create blogs or you should create a website which is mobile friendly. So how you should do navigation. So what navigation of your website just should be. So that's the thing. They had so many waste words, or I should say navigation click, that it wasn't necessary. So it was distracting people. And so that's the thing. I just, for 3 months, more than I guess 3 months, I work for that company. And what I did, it was more than 90 page that I just written to them about how they can improve their website. And one of the things I already tweeted about that. So I noticed so many people, when they make a website, they make the YouTube, or they make basically I should go first the website and after that to YouTube one. So when they first the website, they basically the developer, they basically don't care about, okay, that's alt, it's just extra things, so leave it like that, or even description, it's not necessary. Without description, without alt, your website just go to internet, everyone can see it. But no one find that, okay, if someone has that kind of ability to put right alt, right description, find the issue of the other stuff, so that website comes first. It's just, when you open your screen, when you Google for something, for example, go to bakery, okay, the first 5 things is just ad. So it's you cannot do anything about it. So, but after that, after 5 things, after 5 website, basically comes with organic website, which is the one they didn't pay, but they had a really good website, they have good link, and that one, and they have good review. The review wasn't big issue until like 2 years, I guess. Before 2 years ago, okay, so many websites, even they didn't have a review, they didn't have a Bing, or they didn't have a review on Google, they didn't have a good review on Yellow Page, or those kind of things that out of the internet to go to review yourself. But right now things change. The one has a good meta description, meta tags, meta alt. those or the one who have a high quality of content, high quality of image, that website comes after 7 website which they pay as a like the pay ad things, that one, the first things people eyes catch is the first one after the ad pay, which is the organic one. People mostly, it's like more than 80% of the people click the one exactly the second or third organic website. No one go to second page. No one's. I mean, so many. It's harder way I can say. I never, at least, whatever I see in the first page, it's my priority. I don't check the second one because second one probably wasn't good enough to go and check it. The first one is the good one. And what Amazon did is just change the view of the people with putting feedback. Right now, people losing their trust to company. It's not like people like, I don't know, in 90 decades they just watch the TV and they get inspired over the ad. Right now people reading review. If you have a good review, you can get more people in your website, in your blog, in your video. If you don't have, basically it's dead. It's just dead page. It's a dead web, because no one, you should just encourage people to give a review to your blogs, videos or website or whatever content you're putting out, for in case that more people can see. That's the thing. The one they didn't lack work in social media. Social media is the key right now. You should know how to use it, and you should know how to what contact is good for which social media. It's not, as you said already, video in YouTube has a different target audience. Blog has a different kind of, the one who read the blogs usually then go check YouTube. The one who go to website usually don't go to other things. They go to review first to see what the people say about you. That's the thing. How you should do hashtag. Right now Instagram and Facebook is one of the big marketing in the world outside, because millions of the people just doing it like on Facebook. They make the ad on Facebook because, but it's changed. It's just changing, as I said, because of the algorithm. It's just Facebook doing like greedy things. They wanted more money. They charge people more and more every time, and this is just frustrated for the companies and for a small company actually to just spend that much money. Okay, that's why the people mostly trying to find alternative way to show themselves to their audience, or they put themselves out, which is YouTube is really good way. Making high quality content is really important for YouTube. Hashtag is really important also for YouTube. YouTube has a like description part, so you can go through write description, because that description is kind of your content. That description help more people come to your to your YouTube and watch your YouTube. Why? Because YouTube show it on their search engine page of their YouTube page. That's the thing. So many people probably doesn't know. They put so many videos out there, so many blogs, so many they spend like so much money over the website, or even in the tools. It's not necessary you pay for tools anymore, because Google Analytics is the best way to, if you know the basic, if you know even a little bit more than basic, just add that Google Analytics on your web page or blogs, and just bam, you will find out how many people come to your website, which part of the world you have audience. So, for example, it's really cool. You just go to Google Analytics or go to other tools that I guess I already talked about which tools I use, which is free, most of them, but you have to pay if you want to use the another feather. Why you gonna use another feather when you can Google and find the tools, other tools that they do free for you, which the other one you have to pay, so you can do it with different kind of tools free without you pay, and with that kind of things you can improve your website. You can just improve to whatever you are doing, blog or whatever is that, so you can find your weakness. For example, you go check the Google Analytics, which part of the world mostly watch your video, which part of the world do word like your content. That's the thing you can find on Google Analytics, and after you find it, okay, you said that, for example, between age 20 or 29 watch your videos a lot, so what's they interested more, work on that part. Your target is that people. Okay, what you need to know about that generation, what they desire more, what they want more, so you can make content according to what they desire. That's a way people can get more audience on their website, on their blogs, on their videos, whatever content they're going to put out, or even Twitter right now is so popular. People just making thread, different kind of thread. Thread is the key of the success in the Twitter, even though people most of the time they don't have time to read they just bookmark it or they retweet it because they think it's a cool content on it. So for in case that one day they will come back and read that things. But JavaScript, it was one of the things I see that people just tweeting about it, and it's just getting like dumb attention. It's just so so many people looking for learning JavaScript, learning for free tools or those kind of things. So this is a key. That person who get the like thousands, sometimes in less than 2 months, follower in YouTube, he find that okay, their audience like that kind of subject, that kind of content. So she or he focusing specifically on that content, So that's the thing happen. If you just focus one simple things and target your audience, okay, you already target between 20 to 99, you already have enough enough audience on your website, blog, or whatever is that. Go far, go find next step. What they show Google Analytics and other tools, I believe also, they show that to you the first, second, and third of your audience, the age, the geographic, everything. So go work on the second one. What the second one desire more. If there's a specific country, what that specific country, what they're looking, which content they are looking. So go with that one. That's a key, I guess. I don't know, I explained well or not. I hope we don't confuse you.
So I have a point here. So you're saying that what people are searching for, whom you should target, what are the targeted audience in Google Analytics? You can see which countries watching you, and there's the complete data that the website data you are saying. So in the beginning, I observed you said you have to be unique and you should not copy the content and you should not write like you should not put content like that. But now at the end, you are saying that you have to write what they need. So here there is a lot of difference.
Mhm.
Being
Sure.
unique is different, and doing
Being
something that
unique.
already many people are doing is different. So which one is going to create? Because you are expert in SEO, so you
Good.
know what works and what makes people to watch a lot of people. So how and how you understood this?
This is not the difference between you being unique and also you're putting yourself for what people need. This is kind of marketing. We used to have a like traditional marketing, which is right now we are not using that much anymore. We right now these traditional marketing turn into digital marketing, which basically comes with the communication. What people desire more, you can find your unique way to find the audience. That's the thing for bakery. I'm just making example for bakery. We have so many bakery in the city or in the town or in the village. But what specifically one bakery do to get more people, more than the other bakery. They have one unique stuff. They bake one more bread that the other bakery don't have that kind of bread. You know what I'm saying? You should be unique on your way. If right now JavaScript is the whole things, okay, if you're gonna go with that one, you should be on your unique way. Just check the people who has like high followers, see what they are doing. And I'm not saying do opposite of the way of their doing, but for example, right now I see that some people's making examples or putting out, which is new, which it wasn't. People just had a put the, for example, different kind of website name for the learning, JavaScript. But right now, some people find that okay, the another unique way is that write the code, give a screenshot, put them on Twitter, and explain it. This is a unique way for themselves. They understand what they need and what other people need about it. This is a process of the learning. They learn like that. And that's a way for everyone. I guess the things also you are doing is unique in your way. It's super unique because you are just talking with different people in different measures, in different working area to every time you talk with someone, you learn one thing. That's the key. It's a big thing. Some other people watch your video also learn something. So probably no one had make the video and talk with the different people in different area in IT. So you are the first one, and that's a good thing. That's why you can improve yourself. You find your unique way. So how you can improve your unique way, independent that what your audience is, that what your target audience is. That's the thing. You should make a planned strategy. That's the important part of the things they actually teach or taught us in a school. So for ICT, first, before we communicate with people, what we need to know, we need to do about our audience, what our customer want, what our customer desire, and after that, make a plan. Plan is without plan, nothing's gonna happen. I mean, plan is the most important things, because with plan, that this is the first step for you, this is the second step for you, this is the third step for you, okay? And you can improve yourself with that kind of things. Otherwise, you're gonna just lost. You're gonna just lose your way over unorganized things that you are doing. If you just focus on your video, if you're making video, don't make same content for your blog. Don't make same content for your LinkedIn. Don't make same content for your, if you're gonna get the more audience, for your Twitter. So because everyone looking for something like unique way to express themselves, in different part of the social media. That's the thing I find. That's the thing I learned actually up to now. I don't know, since I have not that much experience to these kind of things. I just exploring, actually what's that, exploring stuff. So that's the thing I know, and that's the thing our professor says to us to do it, to it. Reading different kind of book right now, it has like book, lockable social media. If you don't read that one, I just suggested to you to read it. This lockable social media basically shows how people success and how people fail, um, to go to present themselves, or they make a live presentation, and how they find their unique way. So this is a way for each of us. For myself, I when I started to make an account in Twitter, I'm not that kind of person to spend so much time over it, to be honest, which right now I'm doing a lot. But my professor just suggested to me, okay, Maryam, if you're gonna do your master in communication and in CEO or digital marketing, you better put yourself out. You better see what other people doing, not copying that kind of things, but find your unique way to express yourself. That's the way you will get my audience. That's the way your target audience come to your website page or find you. It's not necessary you find them, they will find you if you put good content, if you put your unique way of your content out there.
So I'll say something that I know that I observed when it comes to digital marketing. So before people coming online and seeing content and buying content and seeing different websites and seeing different products, different videos, audio, text, everything. Before internet, there was nothing. Offline, people used to go buy in the stores. So that if we can understand how the network, how the communication happen outside the internet, if we are able to do the same in the internet, if we are very good in communicating and connecting with completely, anybody who visits our website should not leave our website. It should be the bounce, the bounce rate, bounce. So if they are spending a lot of time on your website, or if they are watching your video for a long time, or if they are putting their valuable time in learning or watching you, or uh, something, you should be value. It is like it is your online presence. You used to go and show your face in the college and with the people. Now you're putting a photo, you're putting a video, it's your online presence. Facebook, you can show your faces there. And Facebook is coming with different features. They are adding a lot of additional features in order to make all the people to spend a lot of time on that website. So like that, Twitter is adding a lot of features. If you see the people recently, they have added people can interact, can talk, putting a meet in the Twitter. Before that was not there. So when it comes to Instagram, there are a lot of features, stories, highlights, and reels. All these were these kind of marketing was not there. People are coming and spending a lot of time on the internet. They changed a lot of features, and they, even non-technical person also is able to understand the technology. And if you know, in India, in my city, in my state, non-technical people have more YouTube channels. They have more on-time presence. They have more subscribers. I have very less subscribers. I did software engineering and technology, and I did masters, and I have a completely technical background. I know complete. I'm spending a lot of time on internet, but something is working for them when it comes to content, because they are connecting with the nativity. They are trying to tell the content in the way the general audience will connect. They talk daily in this language. They are putting content on YouTube like that. So it's, obviously you're selling a product. You're creating content. You're developing content, or you're manufacturing something to sell it. It is very important for you to have seller, I mean buyers. If you are creating it, if you are creating it and if there are no buyers, if nobody is coming onto your website, if there is no traffic, then it's important for the website owner or the writer to understand nobody is coming to my site. I have to write in the way so that everybody should come into my website and spend time, their time. So, and also you have to uh, 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 people have to, there are a lot of competition. Everybody entered into the internet. Before internet, traffic was not there. The algorithm used to be different, but today, because of this, even the YouTube owner recently said about India, they have a lot of traffic from India. Indians have more YouTube channels. You know already. Indians are using more. Not in different countries, there are a different number when it comes to. We all have all that statistics data. So like that, different countries. Podcast. Not podcast is not very popular in India. Now they are slowly educating. Everybody's starting. Before this, podcast was not great in India, and before 4 to 5 years, YouTube was not so great. Blogs was there. Now, if you see in India, I'm a blogger. I was a blogger. I blog for a long time. Instead of blogging, if I have put a YouTube channel, I would have million subscribers today, because a lot of people who was with me started channels. Everybody have at least 5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 80,000. They have at least more than 50,000 subscribers. They have directly entered, but nobody, I didn't imagine that video is going to create more impact. But that is, you know, because, and also if you observe in India, a mobile network company gave free internet. They gave free internet for 2 years. You can use a SIM card and you don't need to pay for that. So people have used a lot of internet, and YouTube become, they started creating content and putting in on YouTube. So that internet was free. Then that is how traffic, the YouTube gained its traffic, and that's a proven fact. Even we can see in the Google. That's how YouTube became. So
Yeah.
the trap. So there are, and also if you see the COVID, before COVID, there was not so much traffic on the internet, but everybody sat in the houses. Complete the planet was into lockdown. So everything, people started working from the internet. The traffic completely, the online education became online. So that is how that the nature created this complete online world, the virtual world. So it's and I think if up to my knowledge, this is my up to my knowledge, in coming days, I don't think except something, the physical things, human don't need to move out from their home to do any work, because everything is going to done online. Everything you will get online for free. Everything become free. Education was premium. Even some sites was providing the content. Before it was premium. Now it's completely free. Everything is free now. The YouTube channels is providing Java classes, C++, everything is there. So that is how, this is my observation.
No, no, do you get a point actually? You should find out. Okay, you said that the people make a content that or other people or ordinary people like it. So it is not that all people, I mean, they have like for 100% of the all audience of India, or other world. As I said, the most important is right now, which I guess it was last semester we talked about that kind of things in the class. YouTube is changed the way. It used to be like people watch like 1 hour video on the YouTube. Right now, people don't have enough patience anymore. They basically goes with like not more than 10 minutes. I guess I saw something that almost 17% of the people or something just watch 2 minutes of the first video. What they make to a stock and watch the whole things, whole comes in 2 first minutes. because in 2 first minutes, if they can get attention of the audience, that person gonna stuck, in the whole videos. But if no, is they're just gonna, leave the, YouTube like second minutes after they just open it. That's the thing. YouTube has a like analytic also, as you know, page. You can go and see how much people spend on your video, or how many people watch your videos. You will find that, okay, if that one doesn't work, for example, if I'm making 2 hours video, I'm putting there, so no one gonna watch that one. No one. No, it's like no way people interested to watching 2 hours video. They're interested in watching 5 minutes video, which comes with interesting subject, or they comes with the animation, which is, if you open their YouTube right now, so many tutorials comes like 5 minutes or even less than 5 minutes. They say, okay, I will 5 minutes explain to you Web3. Okay, let's go. I will click on that one rather than go with the 15 minutes explain. I don't need 15 minutes. I need 5 minutes. I don't have enough patience to go with the 15 minutes, That's the thing. That's the thing. The things, you need entertain people the way they want, not the way you want. This is not like gonna overlap with the things that, okay, the unique way is the things that I want. Yeah, the unique way, you can find your unique way, but the unique way that other people desire, because you're not making video, you're not blogging for yourself, you're putting content, you're putting videos, you're doing Twitter or whatever is that, tweet for others, not for yourself. If I'm gonna write for myself, so I have a notebook, I'm writing in my notebook, why should I put them outside? I am doing for others, so when I'm doing for others, so I should consider others as well. If you're thinking, okay, making like, I don't know, 3 hours videos out and put out, just have zero, because of this, you have to find, okay, what was wrong with my video? First, people don't watch 3 hours. Second, they watch first second of your video. If you don't explain, if you don't have plan, if you don't explain what you're gonna do on the rest of your video, they're not gonna watch it. They don't have enough patience to start in your video. They will leave immediately after that. So you should find out those kind of things, which is, I believe, it's not someone CEO can help. CEO can. That's a thing they teach us at the school. We recommend it to others, but independent to that person, if go with that one or not. The client I have, she told me she doesn't like make I don't know, take a picture from their cakes or cookies or whatever they have in a store, or they don't like put them in Facebook. They don't like for different kind of events, give the like promotion or do those kind of. I said, you're not gonna grow up. Your business just gonna be like that. It doesn't matter how much I work on your website, as long as you don't put yourself outside. Okay, it doesn't matter how much I tell you, as long as you're not gonna listen to that kind of advice I am giving to you. If you're gonna grow up, make Instagram, have an account in Instagram, put some pictures over there, explain what you're doing over there, and after that, okay, that's your platform. That's put the like link. I guess in Instagram you cannot put the link. In Facebook you can put the links on it. People can see it. Explain what people expect from this video. Okay, if you just add the link and just send it, no one interested to open that links, as long as you don't explain what people expect, as long as you don't have at least in Instagram you can have a hashtag as much as you want. That's another way get the more traffic on your page, or platform on the Instagram or in Facebook. You can use that kind of thing. You can do marketing on Facebook. They have a special marketing. They also, it's like free tutorial which Facebook provided for people to watch and to see how they can make a like good content or good page of marketing to or good click action of things that get more attract for people. That's a way. So if you see that, okay, what other people doing, I should do same. I don't think so. It's gonna work. Find your unique way, but you as I said, don't copy it. But you can find your unique way and find the way that you can improve yourself. If you see that this one doesn't work, find another way. Try until don't. If you're doing same things for years and it has like zero result for you, change it, because that one doesn't work, so it's not going to work for more than 100 years after now, change the way, change your perspective. Don't afraid of change it, because it's not going to kill you. If you don't get out of it, it's not going to definitely kill you as well. That's the thing we are keep telling to people. Okay, if they just frustrate, sometimes they frustrated when they say, okay, this website, your page picture, it's not good, change your picture, put high quality picture, or pay for content. Right now people just creating content uh, for not blogs, for website, which you have to pay for them. If you think that, okay, your content is not good for any kind of website, could get help at least one time for one page. They can improve it, and you can see that what's different between your content and the other content that, or you pay for that one, but don't pay for tools, because it's not a way you can right now, like at least for SEO. Like, even though after I graduate I can make a tool, put them out for free for a while, after I just see that, okay, so many traffic comes to my tools, I will do half pay, half free. That's the thing people are doing right now. It was SEO Majesty, I guess. It used to be free. It got 100 free tools. It was like amazing also tools. What they did after a while, they find that, okay, they are like getting famous, more traffic comes to their website using their tools. Right now it's not free anymore. You can use free some further some of the things, but not all of them. You have to pay. Find other tools that offers free, the ones that the other one you have to pay to use it, until you find the way that get more traffic on your website. I don't know, it's clear. If you have question, I guess if you ask me something, I guess it's gonna be more
Yeah,
helpful. Just go and talk.
yeah. So I'll tell you my observations because I observe social media and internet every day. Like I'll spend about 20 hours, maybe 15 hours in a day on internet. So uh, I have seen my growth from last 1 year. So it's I didn't expected me moving to 500 interviews I will do, and more than 120 country people from different professions will participate in this. This is completely a unique. I didn't even imagine you coming to my show and talking like this today. So this is completely, this it's my achievement. So like you said, one thing that you said, I want to appreciate you, is if you're working in that way and if you're doing for 4 years or 5 years or 100 years, that is not going to work. You have to change, and don't fear to change if this is not working in this way, because you're writing or you're putting content, you're showing yourself on internet to make others to watch it, not for yourself. So that's completely, I agree with you, because anything that you're putting time, you're writing something, you're creating video. It takes time. When you're putting time, try to see from which country people are coming. You have analytics where you can see. So I'll tell you the practical thing. We'll talk about the practical one. I have 40 hours views. My video length is, like, at least it will be for 1 hour. Maximum is 1 hour. Minimum is 30 minutes or 15. 20 minutes. So a lot of people discouraged me. Don't do videos more than 15 minutes. Nobody watches. Nobody, a lot of people said, I know that. I know that nobody have time to put their, like how, they don't have even to put half an hour or 20 minutes also. I know that. I know that. But I'm not doing this for audience. I'm not doing this for audience. I'm doing this to just explore different kind of people who are into different professions. Only, my channel is there only for the people who can spend at least for 30 minutes or 1 hour. It's my overview, my channel is like very clear. It's you can see. I
I
and
thought
also
I
my
thought the
yeah,
interview that you had.
my mom also said maybe 100 times in last 1 year saying that don't put content more than 15 minutes. Nobody is going to watch. I know this. I know this. I know this. I know this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this by knowing this. Why I'm doing? Because in 15 minutes, I cannot. I cannot uh, talk about Maryam work experience, projects, educational background, what she have studied, what she know, what she learned, everything, her work experience. I can't just put in 15 minutes. It is not going to be. It is impossible, because the person who comes to my show next time, the person won't come. That's
No, the things that I suggest you, let's take this one. Title is really important for website, for blogs, and for YouTube.
yeah,
Title is the way that people comes and click on your YouTube website and whatever content you're putting out. Okay. So for example, let's say this. You are going to edit, you talk with someone who's experienced, I don't know, in machine learning. So you already prepare some question to ask. You go and ask and edit that one, put like 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, I had this audience and your title. Do you want to know more about machine learning basic? That's the title, do you want to know what ICT is? That's the title for 15 minutes. I'm not gonna talk for whole 2 hours about someone might, but I'm not I don't have that much experience talking about it. Some might, a professor of the university, even you give
yeah,
these things, yeah, probably they can talk more than 4 hours for you to explain how
yeah,
ICT, how things work,
yeah,
But the things is that, as I said, title is a matter. The things that, because Googling, people searching for that kind of title. For example, I want to know about JavaScript. I don't know how should I use PowerPoint. I don't know how should I use PowerShare, Share Power. What I'm doing, I'm Googling how should I use PowerShare? How should I use, what's that? How should I use, I don't know, JavaScript, the basic of JavaScript. The first title, the things that algorithm bring it out, the one that is actually keyword. Keyword is the most important things. The another
correct,
things I forgot to say. Keyword is so important because that's why they said use the what's that? Take long keyword. That's the thing.
correct.
See,
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah,
so why? Because when I Google one word, if that word it comes on the title, it comes on the description, will show me on the first page. It will show me on the first page of YouTube. If not, no way. The title is the matter. It's not the right title. No one gonna click on the video because it's millions videos out there. It's millions video website out there.
correct,
The one that I'm looking for, it's a keyword that writing, typing on my keyword to find the things that I want. That's a find because I don't gonna waste my time to just go to. I'm gonna, for example, buy Apple. That's an example. I'm gonna buy the from the grocery. I'm gonna buy the apple online. So if I type apple, okay, if I see Apple product from company, get the laptop or those kind of things, it means that my local website, grocery shop, it's didn't work very well because instead of I see the grocery store, I am saying Apple store, which is opposite way of the things that I want. You know what I'm saying? That's why the title is matter. That's why I mean, before the making content, the title is the important thing. The keyword is the important thing. You are putting your video on YouTube, so you should know which keyword hashtag you use to get more people in your videos or in your or even in your what's at website, watch title, or in your blogs also watch title you have to put there to when people Google find your website in first page, not even the second page, because as I said, no one go to second page, or people just see the organic page after the 5 ad page, you know. That's the thing. That's why keyword is important. So that's the thing you should go through and see if and find your weakness, find your strength, improve your strength, and delete your weakness. And that's a way you can get more ideas, you can get more subtitles. If you wanna stay with the 1 hour video, do it. That's the thing you want. But it's better find a good title for that one. Write the good description out of your video. You know, find a do a good hashtag over there to get more audience. Be and also to be in first page of the YouTube.
Yeah.
See search engine section part. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's important. It's important people do search engine result page. After I'm doing search engine, if I don't see that one in search engine result page, it means that you are not there. You are just in 100 page, I don't know, in YouTube, or 100 page in, or second page, or 100 page in Google, which I don't have time click down to find it, you know, because I am desire the one I see. Actually I see it on the first page after the if I don't want to click on the ad one, which I never do it. I always trust the organic, which people usually do. Do but I mean, that's the thing I also can recommend you. Go with the review. Bing has a free tools to use, and you can make a review page for yourself. You can ask people, ask me, okay, what's my feedback after I talk to you, after you interview me, okay? I will go and write the positive things. If you think people are gonna talk negative, you don't need negative people. You need positive people. Find that one, okay, for your website, link it to your website. So that's the way your website will see. That's the way your YouTube channel will go grow if you do those kind of things. You know, this is 1,000 ways out there to improve yourself. This is some of them, you know. That's the thing. Try one. It doesn't work. If you feel like it's failed, try to something else, you know. This is not that you cannot do it. This is not they ban you to do that kind of things, prohibit for you that kind of. You can do whatever you want as long as you feel like you're comfortable with it.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
right. Yeah, you're right. And uh, like you said, title is very important. When it comes to YouTube, thumbnail is very important. When you're putting a thumbnail, the title that you're putting in thumbnail, it should tell a person who is watching, just when he saw the thumbnail, he should think that this is very important for me. This is very important for me to watch. The
Mhm,
keywords,
mhm,
you have to put exactly what you're putting in the video, so that
mhm,
actually helps people to
mhm,
come and click on there. And also when it comes to website, titles are very important. In the same way, the topic that you're writing, you have to put the same title, so that just whatever you are writing, you have to put the same title for that content, so that the people also they share to their friends. They share with everybody. If the content is very good, if the presentation of yours is very good, the keywords, like you said, keywords and tags, use the tags which are related to the topic that you are writing. When if you are a blogger, you can put maybe 1,000 tags, I think, maybe more, I don't know. You can put, if you're using WordPress website, you can put up to 1,000 tags. If you're writing about Amazon Web Services, put cloud, Microsoft Cloud, Azure
Mhm.
Cloud, like put all the tags which are related to that. Anybody who tries to enter that in Google, if you put that tag on your blog post, the algorithm, obviously we know about hashtags. If we click on that particular hashtag on Twitter, we will see a lot of posts which are related to that hashtag. So tags are like
Master, yeah.
it's mandatory today.
Mhm.
If you it's mandatory. If you're putting a title, put the same tag title,
Mhm.
the keywords that you're using in the title. If you're putting that keywords uh, um which are there in the title, that will make the algorithm or the people who are trying to search it, it makes easier for them to collect. It's like you know if if you're writing beauty tips, if you're writing beauty tips, put a hashtag beauty tips, so it will pull out your website and show it. If the content is good, they will spend a lot of time. So, and also, in like you said, in the analytics of our website, when it comes to our YouTube channel, we have YouTube Studio, where we can see how much time people are spending, which countries are watching, what gender is watching
Mhm.
more, and what age group people are watching more, to
Mhm.
whom we are connecting, and only regional videos that we are doing, or people, we are taking what niche, what topic that we took. So if we know the specific audience that this audience will definitely is going to connect with my content. So what you're doing. If you're writing about your profession, like my software engineering, I started a blog called www.softwareengineering.com. So it clearly says that my domain clearly says that I'm going to write about this website is about software engineering. So uh, I will write all the subjects which are there in my master's uh,
Mhm.
uh, regarding software engineering. I'll write about testing, software development, everything, software engineering, everything I will write, and I will put regarding the type. And this website is specifically only particularly to the people who are into software engineering. They are, if I'm able to put the exact, I mean, if I'm able to explain the topic very clearly with the pictures are very important. Picture speaks more than words. So when you are writing a content, try to show the concept using the picture. That actually makes the visitor to understand the concept very fast. They, like you said, they don't have much time. If you are able to make them understand the concept in very less time, and also 300 words are mandatory. At
Mhm.
least it should be 300 words if you are writing, if you are a blogger. So it can be maximum 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It is up to you. But to to draw the attention of the user, your explanation should be very clear, understanding, and use the pictures, and don't use a high, like you said, high quality pictures. uh, like lot of people are mobile users. So mobile users, they have limited data in their mobiles. If you're using high, that is one of the things that I understood while doing SEO, while blogging. I used to put more than 3 to 4 or 5 or 6 pictures while blogging. It used to take a lot of time to pull it and bring on for a user. So then I understood the picture. He gets irritation. He don't want
You mean,
website to load.
sorry for interrupt you. You mean you add a picture on your blogs, but it's just annoying for people because it's hard to upload the picture. Am I right?
It's hard to download. People will download the web page, right? Web pages are downloaded.
Yeah. But you know that's the thing that we also say to people. If you are using image in your website, go use the with less pixel.
Yeah,
Less pixel is help to load or download the picture. It's not necessary even download it, because if you open your website, if you don't use so many like JavaScript things, your website speed load not, it
yeah,
shouldn't be, I mean, so slow for that kind of things. That's why we said add alt, you
yeah,
know, because if you use alt, if you describe what image is that, even though it doesn't show the picture, so it can also help to speed after like opening the website, because they know, algorithm know what they do, you know. That's the thing we said, add alt, explain, use less pixel, go and search what's the best size for the image in block, okay, and which pixel is work best to get a more speed, because speed is a matter. Or
yeah,
if someone click on your website, if your website doesn't open quickly after they did, like 1 second after that, they're not gonna, I mean, come back to your
yeah,
website. They will leave, because it's not trust that
yeah,
things, people are not gonna trust your website. It's something
yeah.
wrong in your website, you know.
You're right.
For if you use alt, if you go and Google, see what's the best size for your blog, and what best pixel works for the blog to open fast and download fast, go with that one. So you anytime you can redo, not redo, basically update your blogs, you can fix your blogs. So if it's a matter for you, so go and fix this one,
Yeah,
because it's important factor like this.
yeah, and this is, it's very important for a content creator or a content writer
Mhm.
to know the user experience. If your friend, or if some visitor comes and watches your video on YouTube, or if they come to your website and see the content that you wrote, try to ask them at the end or at the beginning. Try to ask them, how do you feel about the content? Are you able to understand, like that? Like, try to interact with them, with your try to communicate with them through internet. If you are able to establish communication between you and the user who is visiting your site, who is visiting your channel, if you are able to communicate with them in a very good way, and if they are giving you, try to ask. User experience is mandatory for every website owner, or YouTube owner, or anybody on the internet, owners of the content creators. So if you try to collect the information about user experience of the visitors, and um, uh, try to change according to their need. I'm able to learn this. If you are able to put this, it will be helpful for me. If they put that, try to put that next. So try to be their person, though. So it will not take much time for you to reach into the audience, if you are able to write what they are expecting from you, what they are needed, if you are able to give them what they want in the less time, if you are giving the very big content in very less time, and if you are making them understand, try to know how to tell. And if you're a content creator, so, and also presentation. You said everything about the presentation. I said about the content creation. So I think this is how uh, things work in the internet, according to my knowledge. I can't
Yeah,
generalize.
you're right there.
So, do any at last, anything you want to tell to the world who is watching us and who is listening to us from anywhere on this planet?
I just want to add, constantly, as you said, is really important. Really important. Be constant, If you're making blog, if you're making posts, if you whatever you're doing, do, if you have an address, phone number on your website, on your blogs, on your, I don't know, YouTube, probably no one gonna put the YouTube their personal information, but if we're in case, uh, be constant, use the same things that you, the same format, same things that you use on your blog and your website, and or even in your view Bing's page for free ads or whatever you are doing. Be constant. Think about, make a plan before you act. Find your strategy, find your target audience, and work for that one. And with gathering all information and data you have, you can make a really good content. You can target the audience that you want. And thank you so much for you. I mean, I really enjoyed talking to you. I learned a lot, and it was like really pleasure to talk to you and know about you, about your blogs, about your YouTube channels, and also that's really awesome. You are so active, passionate about what you're doing, which is so many people is not like that. So if you be constant to what you're doing, definitely you get what you want. That's the things in this world. If you desire something, go for it. So that's the thing. That's the thing you are doing. You're passionate to what you're doing, which I really admire that. Thank you so much.
So yeah, at last, as a student of a university who is into information technology and communication system, so what do you say about the work that I'm doing? You have seen my YouTube videos, me talking with different country people who are into different professions. You already saw. So what do you think that is working for me to connect with completely different people who are into different professions and who are into different parts of the world, and what do you think that is working for me in order to make this happen?
Okay, probably the most and important advice I can give to you, as I already said, make a plan before you're going to talk to your audience, or before you're going to interview with someone. If you're going with the IT, go with the IT. So go and discover and explore different kind of measures. Find what people want more, and talk with that person who expert and make a video for that. For example, right now, if Web3 is the most things that right now is just, so I see that on the Twitter every day that people talk about it, go make a video for that one. Find someone who is expert about that, and just Google, find the question and ask question for that, make your videos. If you want to go with the 13 minutes, go with 30 minutes. If you want to go with 1 hour, do it. This is a hot subject. So find hot subject and make a plan, have a questions in advance and ask for that person. That's the thing I can recommend you. And also, as I said, be constant, which is really important, and to improve your blogs, videos, and whatever you're doing, and do whatever you're doing right now, because have a passion to your job, which is really great. You like you're doing, you love you're doing that. That I can see it. This is really important for people. Do things that they love, which most of the people that don't care about these kind of things anymore. But that's the thing, things that you care, you're looking for this, you talking with so many people, so you're gonna improve yourself, and that's the important things. That's the really important things that so many people don't desire that kind of things. They don't have that kind of ability which do you have. So I really appreciate your whole effort and your all work over here.
Thank you, Mariam, for giving me your valuable time and spending your valuable information here with my audience. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
You do whatever you want, for sure, no problem. Thank you, you two, talking to me. I
Yeah.
enjoy a lot.
Can I also put this video and audio clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Yeah, do it. No problem at all. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you again. Keep going and keep doing what you love, and I'm sure one day you're going to be very big in the internet.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You too, same. Hopefully, I will one day see you. You have millions of subscribers.
Sure, I will tell you on that day again.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. Night, actually.
Yeah, good night. Bye.